immigrant relationship also needed, in some fashion, are also able to take into account how the current workers could bring new workers and how that could be cost efficient and improve the lack of information that you could have about your future workers. There is a persisting higher pattern in small firms that could generate what some researchers call, especially in the sociology terminology, poetic economies. So higher concentration, this could be also a problem, even though it's a good, well, even though I'm presenting it as a positive maybe, it could be an issue once the concentration is too high. We can end up having enclave economies, which this enclave economy end up very close, and individuals just stay in those areas and they never assimilate or they never learn about the local economy. We talk about wages, and then just the native workers in immigrant firms are a very interesting case here because nobody has found this relationship. I'm still working on that as future research. So thank you, and it was interesting. I was like a little bit fast just because we had that was very fast.
Do we have any questions for?
Yeah, if you have any questions about that, yeah, of course.
You can also.
Thank you.
In some of the slides, so it looks like overall either the owner is immigrant or native. There's still a higher, I mean, I guess because of the population difference, there's still a higher proportion of native workers. But what you seem to see that it does make a difference in terms of the proportion of immigrant workers when the owner is immigrant.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you? I didn't understand why in the average the wage of the wage was higher. No. Yes, I think it's this one. Yes, I didn't understand the difference between what it meant to be. The average is lower, but
Oh, yes. Here what happened is that if you look at the bolded numbers, immigrant firms end up on average paying lower wages, and this is in law terms, lower wages than native firms. So definitely on average, individuals in this group, it seems that on average they're paying lower wages. What happened then is that inside each group, when we separate immigrant workers and versus native workers, immigrant workers are paid higher than native workers in the immigrant firms. And in the native firms, native workers are paid higher than immigrant firms.
and you think the implication is because they bring
Some
social network,
yeah.
so that's a plus, and they become, they have maybe more bargaining in terms of their salary.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of the model I'm bringing up. So they bring in something, they have more bargaining, and when they have more bargaining, they share a little bit more of the profit. So in some ways, like a reward for, oh, I can use this person as a human resources.
So for the owners, it's cheaper to rely actually on more effective because they know the person and they can.
Exactly. So there are two things. One thing is that it's costly. It's costly because it's just a talk. It's like if you know someone, so there's not much paperwork to go through. And the second thing is that you have more information because your current worker can give you like some kind of information about the future worker. And even if your current worker doesn't work, you know how your current worker, the performance of your current worker. So you can kind of believe whether, well, this worker is very good, so maybe any person that's coming with a reference from this worker is going to be as good as him.
Especially if they know each other in the context of prior work experience.
Yes, exactly. And then the other thing is that you have to take into account these are small, medium-sized firms. So the owner is the one that is kind of involved in the whole hiring procedure. It's not like a target of General Mills, which obviously becomes less personal.
Other questions?
Any questions?
I just want to comment on the same line. I work with Latinos communities in a food store, and they work for the Golden Fund. And this is the cleaning team. They
when you have only one side of the demand side, means when you have only one employer, very few immigrant owners, and then new immigrants, the only information that they have are coming from the social ties, the only works that they're going to know about are the ones that are provided most likely by immigrant owners. So then there is another phase of the power in the different hands now of immigrant owners. You bring in that question.
I was wondering about I think the same thing Jim was talking about, the low pay for native workers in immigrant-owned businesses, and was wondering about, you had connected it to maybe a lack of social network on the part of the native-born, which makes a lot of sense. I wonder too about insider-outsider status within the firm, and so if you have, it would be interesting to look at the like the percent of native versus immigrant workers within those immigrant-owned firms. And is it just one native worker, and so they're the only outsider in this firm, or is it like if that mattered, that percentage of?
Yeah, even after controlling, and you didn't do that. Yeah, I did that. Even after controlling for the percentage of co-workers that are immigrants, which is the opposite of you will only do one side, still this native earn less. So even in the same level of percentage, whether they are 1 or 10, they end up an average earning less. So that's what I accounted, even though I'm not able to test the social network because I don't really know how these individuals found their job. It gives you some good story to say, it cannot be explained only by education, it cannot be explained only by common language, it cannot be explained only by employer discrimination, so maybe social network explaining this story.
I wonder if it's also kind of an implicit reward created so that the status of immigrants are slightly higher than the natives, and maybe there is something going on also in the in terms of kind of creating almost a second class natives within the, I don't know if you,
Yes.
so that the status artificially kind of is increased for the immigrant workers.
Yeah, by practice. The only thing given that this may be very special type of thing, special in any time that you, so, because but it seems like they don't find a job in the primary market. So, and then even after accounting for the education, after accounting for personal characteristics, you find out, well, that these people are working in immigrant-owned firms, and they most likely end up part of the minority, but still, they may be 10, 20, 30, 40% still of the firm. But then, who are they? Probably is that,
Are they younger? Are they?
no, even after accounting for age, so that's why it's so interesting. So, my story is coming, even though I'm not able to test it, lack of social network. So, if you have a native, and is a minority in your group, and you cannot really think that this person is going to bring enough new information